Hey everybody, Pastor Sarah Ritchie here. It is July the 29th. It is a Wednesday, which means it's a hump day. I'm the pastor of First Christian Church in San Bernardino, California, from the moment I'm with you in my front yard. So I had challenged you to share with me some of your favorite scriptures. And Sandy Draper was the first one who offered one. Thanks, Sandy. Appreciate it. Way to go. And she offered up Micah 6:8. This is the Common English Bible. He has told you, human one, what is good and what the Lord requires from you: to do justice, embrace faithful love, and walk humbly with your God. That's a classic. Thank you, Sandy. So I've been thinking about Micah as a prophet. Like all prophets, on the one hand, he wants to stir up the water, freak us out a little bit, push the envelope. And on the other hand, he offers grace. That's always what prophets do, going back and forth, back and forth. I would encourage you to read the whole book of Micah, because you'll hear that. There's a whole dialogue between, it's as if humanity that Micah understands, that they are in the midst of being on trial with God on the other side saying, this is what you need to do. So anyway, don't read the prophets if you don't expect to be like, Jethro Gibbs would go to DiNozzo, slap upside the head. Don't read the prophets unless you expect to be slapped upside the head, because they indict us. They tell us, hey, this is what you could be doing better. This is what you should be doing. And then offering grace that only God can offer. I think about these elements of Micah, the things we're required to do justice. In his day, it was all about the way the wealthy, the privileged, the people in power treated those who were not in power, who were considered weaker or on the outs, if you will. That's what it was about. So who would that be in our context? Who has the power? And then look at who does not. And let us consider how the powerful treats the weak. How are we treating those who are weaker than ourselves? The second one is faithful love, kindness. How might we be kinder to one another, using a little less rhetoric and listening to one another a little bit more and trying to just love each other? Even when we disagree. It's hard to do, isn't it? And then humbly walking with God. Perhaps the hardest of all. Think about this for a moment. Here in our country, in the United States of America, we are trained to be loud, big, bold, bright and shiny all the time. There's no humility in that. So what does it mean to be humble before God? Well, I suppose it means listening to what God is trying to tell us. In this case, through the prophet Micah. And then to try to enact it within our own lives. So, my friends, I encourage you to try to do justice in your context, to embrace love and kindness, to find a way to walk humbly with God. Always remember, on this day and every day, wash your hands in soap and water for 20 seconds. Be sure to remain physically, distant from one another, 6 feet or more. And try to love one another by wearing a mask. That's a form of humility, isn't it? Just a thought. Anyway, have a good day. Thanks for being with me. Bye.